Hey, what's up, everyone? This is ShadowFox007, and welcome back to another episode of Buy, Try, or Deny. Today I kind of wanted to play a game that actually had caught my eye. And it seems like it caught many eyes. Of about 60,000 people gave it 4.5 stars, so it has a really good rating. But what do I think about State of Decay? And I guess before I get to that, I did want to say it's developed by Undead Labs and published by Microsoft Studios, and it does cost, well, at the time, 1,600 Microsoft points, but because they got rid of it, it's about $20 now. It is a zombie game. It's one of those very expensive games. And unlike maybe some typical zombie games of like the Resident Evil, I think it tries to have a little bit more of a realistic element to it. Tries to make you a little bit more human. You have stamina, you have durability of weapons. Eventually they'll break. And like I said, it's huge. This area feels very expansive. There's several towns. You have to get through them with vehicles. That would be my recommendation. But even though with all that, it still feels like there's something that's missing. And I kind of fear that it's kind of repetitive of a game. For playing it for an hour, I actually had to do multiple things over and over again. The same thing. You like you survey your land, and then eventually you have to do a task. And I kind of feel some of the tasks are a little bit more on the mundane side, and they don't really engage me. And that kind of leads me to feel that there's something just quite missing. I don't know if it's the controls. Kind of reminds me of almost Fallout 3 in a way. And if you're a fan of that, I think you'll probably like this game. I, for one, thought it was too long-winded of a game, and I kind of get lost and go along, and I get easily distracted with a bunch of stuff. And even like the fighting system feels a little bit more on that. It wasn't as responsive and crisp as I would like it from a game. And even looking at the characters as they move kind of really reminds me of Fallout 3. And maybe there needs to be a little bit more sound, music, or something, because I guess they try to make you feel like you're by yourself. And it does give you that sensation, but I don't know, for a game you need sounds going on, music, and then to be honest, the voice acting doesn't really cut it. I thought it was kind of weak. But I am kind of a fan of the original, when you die, you're dead. It's kind of game over. And I actually was trying to just go balls to the walls, and I ended up dying. And then I had to switch my character to be one of the companions that I have. And I found that kind of cool, because you don't really see that too often in games these days. But that kind of leads me to the question of what's going to happen if I die all the time. I tend to be a rush player. I don't want to just like be quiet and stealthy. I just want to go kill things. That's fun. I find that destruction fun. But I really wish I could have done it with someone else. Right now it just seems to be a single campaign, people. There's no multiplayer, there's no co-op, online or offline, and I wish that was there. I think that would help it a lot, because you could cut up with your friends and family or whatever. But ultimately, I recommend a solid try for this game. There are a lot of strong points to it, and I think it's going to be a very long game. So for $20, it seems a fair price for the game you're getting. But like I said, because I'm not a huge fan of Fallout 3 and all those type of little tidbits I talked about earlier, I can't just go say buy it. You have an hour long to play it, so it will definitely give you a good feel for the game and what to expect. But until the next episode, this is ShadowFox signing out. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.